So the Indiana Pacers defeated the Washington Wizards tonight 121 to 111. I think it was a pretty good team effort from everyone, especially guys like from Tyrese Haliburton, Buddy Hield. Both these guys scored 20 plus points today, and with guys like Miles Turner, Andrew Nembhard drawing the start today, and Jalen Smith playing pretty subpar. We have a lot to talk about today about the Pacers. So what's up? My name is Pacers Empire. If you like what you see, drop a like down below, subscribe to the channel, I'd appreciate it. And let's just get right into it. So we'll start off with the best player for the Pacers tonight, Buddy Hield, 28 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds with 3 steals. I think you can even argue Tyrese Haliburton being, the best player for the team tonight as well. He also had 23 points and 11 assists with 2 rebounds. Buddy Hield shot 12 of 19 from the field and 4 of 10 from 3. Haliburton shot 9 of 14 from the field and 3 of 4 from 3. So both these guys had incredible games. I mean, Buddy Hield, we all know what he's capable of. Same thing with Tyrese Haliburton. They had a lot of great, just overall shots today, and overall on offense was just absolutely amazing. Defensively, Tyrese Haliburton and Buddy Hield, I think they're both above average defenders, especially Haliburton. I think he could definitely be an underrated defender at times, especially on the perimeter. A lot of times today, Porzingis, the guy for the Wizards, he was basically their only player scoring on offense. Both these guys were scoring. Same thing with Kuzma, but regardless, Porzingis being 7-3, guys like Buddy Hield and Tyrese Haliburton were switching on to Porzingis, and I think they held their own for the most part, although Porzingis did score 29. So we'll get into Andrew Nembhard with 3 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists with 1 steal on 1 of 3 from the field and 1 of 3 from 3. So, with Tyrese Haliburton back into the lineup, I mean, he did foul out today. He wouldn't be drawing too many, plays on offense with Tyrese Haliburton being the primary ball handler. And I get it with Andrew Nembhard. I think I would have liked some more production out of him. I mean, he only shot 3 shots today and only made 1 3, and that's basically it. I would have liked him to at least be more of a distributor today and more of just like a guy being a playmaker essentially. So with Tyrese Haliburton dominating the ball, I could see Nembhard being basically a guy that can run the offense whenever Haliburton isn't on ball, and you can have Haliburton running off ball, have Nembhard run off ball, but obviously, Nembhard's a rookie, so we can't really, go too deep into why he's not performing well. But regardless, I think Nembhard still has a lot of potential in this league. So Miles Turner, 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 steal on 4 of 8 from the field and 1 of 2 from 3. I don't know. Miles Turner, he's interesting. Same thing with Jalen Smith, who also had 3 points and 6 rebounds. Someone in my comments section in a couple of videos ago said that the power forward and the center positions need to be filled out, and I think that's definitely true. Looking at both of these guys, I think they've definitely been subpar, especially Jalen Smith for most of the season. Miles Turner has been pretty okay, but nothing too amazing to the point where we can call him, the starting center for the Pacers moving forward. So I would have liked, honestly, Kristaps Porzingis to come to the Pacers last season if, what they got in exchange for Porzingis. I think they traded like Dinwiddie and some other players, but if the Pacers could have gotten a deal like that with Porzingis, I definitely would have liked him on the Pacers this season. So we'll see. I mean, Miles Turner, he's okay. Jalen Smith, he still has a lot of potential. He's still very young. I mean, he's like around 22 years old, so we'll see what happens with him. I would have liked a guy like Porzingis on this roster, though, someone that's 7'3", someone that can block shots and, he can shoot the 3 ball at times, and on offense should be fairly great for them. So also, Porzingis is fairly healthy this season, so that's great to see. If they can get a healthy Porzingis like this, then the Pacers could definitely be in a better position. So Oshae Brissett, 16 points, 8 rebounds. He had a couple good 3-pointers today. 3-7 from the field, 3-6 from 3. I think he's pretty much a streaky player. I also had someone else in my comments saying that they were an Oshae Brissett fan, so this must feel pretty good for, all the Brissett fans out there. But yeah, he's definitely been a very streaky player for this team. Looking at his previous games, I mean, last game he scored 2 points. The game before that, 14. The game before that, 5. And then the game before that, 11. So definitely a streaky player for the Pacers, but I think he has some potential to become a pretty good role player off the bench. We'll see. Maybe even a starter if Jalen Smith doesn't pan out. So I'll definitely be all for it if Oshae Brissett drew a start whenever, Jalen Smith got injured. So Ben Mathurin, 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 1 assist with 1 steal on 8 of 15 from the field and 2 of 7 from 3. Mathurin's 3 ball hasn't been falling lately. I mean, that's pretty much fine. He's going to go through a slump here and there, basically, because it's rookie season. But, his 3 ball isn't really falling in the last couple games. I mean, over in the last 10, he's shooting 25% from 3, which isn't too great. So, obviously, the production on offense with 17 points per game in the last 10 games and 37% from the field. You can kind of tell what's happening here. He's getting to the line. I mean, he's making free throws. I mean, he's just not making shots, essentially. So the Pacers, they're in an interesting position right now. I mean, looking at overall in the season, they are going to be, 15 and 13 over the season. If we look at the standings overall for the NBA, I always look at standings, but regardless, the Pacers are standing at the 4th seed at 15 and 13. So I think in the playoffs, we'll definitely see what this team is made of. Obviously, no, I don't think anyone had this team going far or even being this great during the season, but they're doing pretty great right now, especially guys like Tyrese Halliburton and Buddy Hield being both pretty great for the team. We'll see what happens. I think they're going to make it far in the playoffs. Maybe a second round exit, third round exit. We'll see. I'm definitely confident this team gets it done. I'm really confident they get it done, especially in the second half of the season. We'll see how far they go. But yeah, I mean, they need a lot more pieces. I think Miles Turner and Jalen Smith both need to be addressed. And guys like Chris Duarte, I think he's definitely an interesting player for the team. Someone that can either be traded or, can be utilized off the bench as sort of like a sixth man whenever Ben Mathurin draws a start. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about the Pacers. They're definitely one of the more interesting teams right now, especially a team that no one had going into the top 6 basically for the East. So you guys can let me know what you guys think about the Pacers. That's the same video, and out. Peace.